Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Oneshot. So last time, we sorta, destroyed the sun, and I tried to open the game again, and it just said, no, you will not. And then I literally had to go in to the files and delete the save file. So, now we get another attempt. So, anyways, I'm here joined by Sylvia.
Hello, I'm not Nico. I'm Sylvia.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, even though that's like one of the only characters you'll be voicing this entire time. You'll voice Nico more than you voice yourself, okay? You be honest with yourself.
Oh, well, at least I could get some screen time at the very least.
Anyways, Sylvia's already seen the true ending.
I'm gonna be helping, so then we can finish this in one stream.
Yeah, so we start.
I totally remember.
Hi, Ty. How are you? Dedicated to our beloved friend Felix. Rest in peace. Oh, Nico. She wake.
She wake.
Hello? Prince? Wait, why did I say that word? Prince. Why does that sound so familiar?
Input password. Password hint. Documents. Okay, gotta go check my documents folder.
That long password.
Okay, there's a picture of a clover. Is the password clover?
No. Oh, it's too long to be clover.
Access denied.
Denied.
Okay,
Again? Wait, did it not pop up for you?
What?
It should be a image file called Oneshot password.
No, there is no image file called
In documents.
Wait. Documents, my game, Oneshot. Yeah, no, it's just ___.exe and readme.txt.
No, just the pure documents folder.
Yeah, this is just my documents folder. Wait. Oh! Wait. Why is it not in the Oneshot folder? Bro, what?
I did this before, Prince!
Okay, there's four of these. There's four of these things.
Alright, read it out.
They're images. I'll
Yep.
show them up on screen.
That's hilarious.
Ah yes, instant soft lock. Cause Prince did.
It looks like you were able to remove the restriction about not being able to play the game again. In that case,
Yep.
you are ready to continue. The necessary preparations are already in place. This session might run a very different course depending on your actions. If you can recognize my symbol, you'll know what you should do. I confess, it will be risky. The probability that the entity's condition will worsen is quite high, and if that happens, then... Okay, S-O. Look at me, asking you for favors, only to become so apprehensive once you agreed. I understand if you wish to leave some questions unanswered. I understand if you do not believe in a happy resolution. I understand if you are simply afraid of what might happen, because I am afraid too. If you enjoy the world as it is, if you are satisfied with the story as it is, if you really do not want to see anything change, for better or for worse, then pretend you never saw this. Carry the session as you normally would. Do not use my journal for anything other than what you already are familiar with. This option will always remain for you, though. That's why I implore you to consider the Messiah, the world, my children. They all deserve their good ending. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Alright. Did you get the password? I may or may not have typed it out in case you are suffering.
SOLS Solstice TI Solstice 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 Solstice
Okay.
Solstice. Yes, I am intelligent.
You did it! What? Or maybe you got it wrong. Who knows?
Nah, I didn't get it wrong. I'm
Only
too
one
smart
way
for
to
that.
find out. No.
Let's go.
Lower.
Access granted. Let's go.
Alright, it's a PC.
You found me. Why? You're already too late. Not much of the world remains. This will be apparent once you go outside. This place was never worth saving. Do you still want to try? Then remember this. Your actions here will affect Nico. Your mission is to help Nico leave. And most importantly... No, this does not feel right at all. Have we already been through this, Prince? But that should be impossible. You only had one shot. I wasn't supposed to exist after that, in the Windows 95. Nico hears the sound of a door unlocking.
Prince? Sounds so familiar.
Can I take the windows?
What?
The funny window at some point. I don't remember. Huh.
Dusty books. It's too dark to read in here.
When the windows are 95. Withered plant.
Plants and the funny windows. Hello? Anyone?
Light bulb.
Where is the light bulb?
When there are 95 ways to break into your home on September 29th, 2022 at 2:47 a.m. Oh wow. What?
Do you not remember the solution?
Not exactly, but you know, I could probably find it out. Oh, there we go. Alchol.
Yeah, that took a little bit. It's fine.
Wet branch. You're really gonna kill Ty one day before his birthday? Wow, Spooter.
Wow.
This is how rude.
Very rude.
It's an object.
This is why you don't take a month break, Prince.
What?
What?
Why I don't take a month break?
Because then you'll forget the solution.
I literally played this like a year ago.
Exactly.
Light.
Ow, my eyes.
Whoa.
Nico stares off into the distance.
I have 2 requests for this stream.
What are
if
your
I will
requests
be
for the
allowed-
stream?
Can I be allowed to voice Alula in text box?
Whose text box?
The computer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh wait, I have to hold the light bulb. Wait, I still
Alright,
have the journal.
yeah, you know. Yeah. You still have the journal. Whoa. Yep, it's the Barons.
Ty's face when something of tremendous importance happens on October 9th at 9:34 Greenwich time at Buckingham Palace. zoom in, we 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 zoom in. Oh, we zoom in, we zoom in, we zoom. Oh, oh yeah, Profit Bot. What's up, dude? Ah, that light bulb. You are here.
Me?
Yes. Welcome to our world, friend. I am most humbled by your presence. Yes.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm a little lost.
Ah, right. Allow me to explain some things. May I first ask how you arrived here?
I'm not sure. I woke up in this weird house. It was really dark.
Oh, so you woke up in an unfamiliar, dark location.
Mm-hmm.
Just as my prophecy foretold, yes. You are the savior we have been waiting for. You'll be the one to save our world from eternal darkness. I will now provide you with vital information. Please ask me anything.
Well, can you tell me about... When I woke up in that house, for some reason I called out a name. Prince. I'm not sure why I did that. But then I saw it on a computer too.
Ah, that would be Prince.
Oh! What? Oh, right! I think I feel like I remember something about that.
You do? But wait, did you not just arrive here? I was the one who was supposed to inform you about that. So, how did you know?
It just made sense, I guess.
Have you already contacted Prince then?
Nope. I just have to close my eyes and focus, right?
How did you know that?
I don't know. Hey, Prince? God? This is going to sound weird, but... Have we met before?
Yeah.
But I don't know who you are, though. It's just a weird feeling I have. Oh, I bet I'm just being silly, aren't I?
I have not tasted A&W and Mug side to side before, which means I genuinely don't really know a difference. But if I did like a taste test of them both at the same time and could tell a difference, then I could pick one. But currently I do not have a preference.
What? Sorry. It's nice to meet you, Prince. My name is Nico.
I know that, child.
I just contacted...
Nico forgets the word contacted.
I just contacted Prince. Yeah.
Do not be afraid to ask Prince for assistance. You are the Messiah, after all.
Okay. Can you tell
Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the same.
Oh.
Oh, we're on a loop.
What happens if I ask about Prince again? Oh.
Oh.
Dang it! Yes, Spooter. Oh, come on!
You pay attention
Okay.
for less than 1 second.
Oh.
Okay. I don't know the difference, Spooter. I just said this.
Well, then I guess you
They're
have to
just
progress normally
different
for now.
name. They're just different brand names to me.
What are you doing? I'm assuming you don't remember that much about the bears.
What if I, you know, hypothetically...
Rin! I am not gonna put the sun in there!
But it'd be funny, though.
No! me to smash a bottle here, Prince?
Because why not?
Birds would get everywhere.
Do it.
No.
Darn. What's the point of having a hydraulic press if you don't smash glass things under it?
Don't know.
Okay, so where now? How do I use the... no, A?
The what? Where are you going?
Inside. Computer. Oh,
It
great.
won't turn on.
These guys are very...
Interesting.
they're very adamant about their root beer brands.
Why?
I wish I had something to try it on.
Robo laws.
Prince, if I may ask,
What?
what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I don't know. I forgot what I'm supposed to do here.
Well, the first thing you need, one of the first things you need to do is get a crowbar.
Where do I find a crowbar?
You have to find something else that you can make into a crowbar. And so far you haven't found that item, so it's not in there. There's nothing important in there except the hydraulic press.
Hydraulic press, which you use
Hydraulic
to smash light bulb.
No!
I'm trying to find that one robot girl's house.
Oh, you're going the right direction, then.
What
Wrong
is?
direction.
What is this path?
It's a weird one.
Oh. Oh, he just
That's a robot.
wanders around. And then died. Oh, hello. Sylvia,
What?
you do the voice.
Why?
Because I'm already voicing so many people.
Wow. Wow. Okay, I see how it is. I see. But like, I could just take a different one.
No.
No.
Do the voice.
Nah.
Do the voice.
Nah.
Okay, she'll just be mute. She'll
No.
She just can't talk.
You do the voice.
That's what I've been told.
Prince, I will. Prince, I'm making a rebuttal.
What?
I can take a different character. So therefore you do.
You said you wanted characters. You only have the text box.
I said
You
I
only
said I
have the
wanted
computer,
Xbox.
Nico, and Alula.
There's one other character I want, but I don't think you know them. Therefore, I can't say it.
Bro.
And that's 4 out of all of them. So I mean, like,
L, Nico's a cat.
Nuh-uh.
Sure you weren't, kid.
I'm a person.
Sure. You got the eyes of a cat.
But cats walk on 4 legs.
You're just a furry then. A child like you being the Messiah just doesn't feel right. Put down the light bulb, kid, walk away.
But the robot back there says there's no mistake.
I know. This is gonna sound cold, but I honestly think you're better off just leaving. Goodbye. The world has been falling apart for a long time. This manner of decay, it's highly improbable that the sun can fix it. You've already seen how bad it can get, right?
We haven't seen much of anything, actually.
I actually saw the entire world.
And we can't just leave.
Oh, so you just got here? Then you must be headed towards the tower.
Mm-hmm. It's where I'm supposed to put the sun. Light bulb. Wait.
Yes, at the very top. We know that the tower contains a force that nobody could comprehend. And the power is strongest at the summit. Maybe it'll send you back home after you complete your mission.
Oh!
Don't take my word for it, though. Okay. Chess.
Oh god. Oh no.
It's a screwdriver.
You can take it if you want.
Are you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, screwdriver accomplished. Now I need to find something to unscrew.
Yeah.
Hi, Ace. How are you?
Hello.
Wait. I saw you heading towards this direction. The mines have been abandoned for a long time. I can't guarantee it's safe. If you must enter it, it's my duty to accompany you at least once.
Oh, thanks.
Swipe texting moment.
There's a little gadget on the ground. It looks like a camera.
What's left of one, anyways? Probably even part of a robot at one point.
Oh.
Or not. Oh.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Are you okay? You're starting to black out.
I saw something. It was like a really short dream just now.
Oh?
I saw something like a robot with a yellow eye.
That's strange. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
You know, now that you mention it, there's a robot who always insisted going back to the abandoned mines, despite how long the mines have been in disrepair. I hope he's okay.
He doesn't look broken or anything, but I didn't really see him, you know? Like I said, it was kind of like a dream. And he was up close.
Sounds like some kind of visual glitch. Or hallucination. Whichever it is that living beings have.
Does the robot you know have a yellow eye? I don't think I've seen any other robots like that.
I wouldn't know. I never minded myself, only heard of him from a friend of mine.
Your friend, huh? Hold on. Something in my pocket is...
The journal.
Glowy.
What? That wasn't glowing before. What is this?
That was gonna be my question. Where did you get that book?
Oh, it was with me when I woke up back at the house. I didn't really question it at the time. I flipped through a couple of pages, but I don't understand a word. Is that just something messiahs are supposed to wake up with?
No, I've never heard of anything like that. But I know who wrote the book.
Oh?
However, I've only seen his books with a black clover on the cover. He went through the trouble of putting yellow phosphor in it. And the fact that you woke up with it in the first place really has me intrigued.
Yellow phosphor? Oh yeah! That's the rare phosphor that people think the sun is made out of, right? Wait a minute. How do I know this? I don't think anyone's told me about it.
Huh. I can show you if you'd like. My friend gave me this a long time ago.
Pretty. Oh, looks like there's a clover in the necklace too. Like the book.
Well, it is the same person.
Oh.
That's why I think this journal would be important. You said it just started glowing?
Yeah.
That was right after your vision, then... This has to mean something. Maybe you should at least try to read it again.
I am here if you need any hints on what to do.
minecart.
Oh! I found this page. It looks like some kind of drawing of this room. Maybe it's telling us where we should come here? Which we did already. So, it looks like we're on the right track.
I don't know if you need a hint, but I think you got this.
So
Yup.
let's just say...
Not aligned. It's not aligned. Oh. Oh, cool. Well,
Yo, a minecart, it appeared.
what just happened?
I'm not sure, I wasn't looking.
To be honest, neither was I. I was just taking a closer look at this journal. And then I found this page that looks like a drawing of this room. When I looked back up, this minecart showed up out of thin air. Should I be worried?
This looks like a standard issue minecart though, which means it likely detected the motion in this room and sent itself over.
Does make sense.
Definitely, yep. That's definitely what happened. I'm just surprised it still works. Guess that means we'll have a working vehicle now. Not sure why you would want to visit the deeper mines, but if you wanted to, we now have that option.
Is the minecart even going to fit us both?
No.
But I want you to come with us. I know I've got friends, but honestly, this place gives me the creeps.
Oh, I can still come with. I would just have to follow along on the rails.
Doesn't it look a little precarious?
The magnetic rails can hold me in place. It's only ever dangerous to walk on it if you're an organic being. Which you are.
Gotcha.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go.
This is a slow minecart. Why is Nico still in the minecart? She could just walk now. No, this is you.
I do not recognize this place in the protocol. This
Oh,
This
minecart.
isn't what I'm supposed to be showing you at all. How did you get here? I can only think of one person. He contacted you? How long has he been doing this? It doesn't matter at this point. You're going out of bounds. You should turn back. Please turn back.
Can I?
Bad things are going to happen. Very bad things.
Oh no, hydrate. No.
Drink water, bitch.
No. Wait, who donated to Blue Team?
I think it was Scooter.
Blue Team got 500 points. No, 410 points donated by Scooter.
Now, yeah, there's more.
Oh, another 400 points to Blue Team, and Matt's not even doing anything.
Yeah, because the water team is the best one.
Aren't you supposed to be on White Team? If that's
I'm
isn't
a
that like what you're
temporary
supposed to be
leader,
campaigning?
But I'm trying to get
Or-
fired. I don't see your point.
Blue Gang.
I mean, Kate would also be rooting for that team. Let's be real here. It means you could add more hydrates.
No, it's not adding more hydrates. Just means that they get half off for a little bit.
More hydrates.
More hydrates. No.
But anyways, you guys should totally vote for white team because it's a non-primary color.
I mean, she has a point. It is indeed not a it is indeed a non-primary color.
Oh. At this rate, Nika will be in danger. Typing noises.
Typing noises.
Please turn back.
Can I?
You can't. I mean, you can, but you can't.
No, I can't go past her.
Yeah.
Zoom, 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 zoom. More water, no.
I'll be completely honest, I'm only slightly joining you on your hydrate train just because I haven't drinking water for a while.
Oh shoot, Kate's giving points to red team. Red's at 13% now.
Oh no. I would give points to myself if
If you had any.
I have 6,000 actually. I've been on the walkthrough streams without doing anything. That's super weird. Anyways.
Looks like this is as far as the tracks go. So, where are we?
One of the old observation rooms. Looks like it's still mostly intact.
Oh.
What?
Huh?
The terminal just reactivated. But the power was cut off so long ago.
Weird. Maybe it runs on batteries?
No, that's not it. Whatever it is, I need to investigate.
Okay.
Will you be okay by yourself for a bit?
Don't worry, Prince is with me.
Goodbye, Kate. Alright, stay safe.
How's it going?
Not ideal. Looks like these terminals are running on a completely separate power source. I can't really recognize any of the data formats on this terminal either. This is all new. Or at least encrypted. I'll need to analyze it through my own system. Might take some time, so you don't need to stay.
Some sort of slow machine. I wonder what it does. I can see my hands standing up over it.
Okay, so there's a robot nearby. What's up, dude?
in here? Hello?
Wait, is this the dude? The guy? He has a yellow eye.
Oh.
I recognize the light in your eyes. You are the person I am destined to meet. What is your name?
I'm Nico.
Do you know who sent you?
Oh. No.
What, Spooter, what do you mean you need to get more points? Oh, Spooter's campaigning heavily for blue team. And he's not even the
Best
leader.
one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're all pretty good.
He gets to drown you.
Sylvia, would you become a permanent leader if you were given blue team?
No.
Why?
Because it's politics.
It's not really politics, it's just
It is politics.
No.
Yes. What was the buffs for white team anyways?
What?
What was the buff for white team anyways?
White team makes blue and red both easier to reach. Which means you could get blue and red if you get white team.
That's stupid.
Wait, do you mean who sent me to this world? There was a robot a while back who told me about how I'm in the science and stuff. So, I'm guessing Princeton. With them being a god and all. The robot looks a little bit like you even. Maybe you know each other?
I cannot say.
Oh?
A lot of my memories have been removed for safety reasons.
Your memories were removed? That's terrible! Wait, I'm guessing that's less of a big deal for a robot.
I guess in this game, I don't know how either.
Oh yeah, basically Prince is a god because reasons that may be disclosed later on.
I am
So
going
you
to
say in the
assume.
stream.
I am going to assume you do not know who sent you. How did you get here then? How did you reach this room?
Oh! We got here in a minecart.
But the minecart wasn't there when you entered the mines, was it?
Oh yeah.
So how did you find it?
I didn't really find it. The robot lady thinks it was just the minecart coming to us. I remember looking at the journal when it happened. And when I looked up again, the minecart was just there. Poof! Just like that.
Interesting. Please show me this journal.
Okay.
Then it has already begun. Here.
What is that?
I am entrusting you with my main memory disk. You have passed the first test by showing me the book. Now you will need to find a way to install the backup.
Install the...
Before you could do that, though, someone else is with you, right? Someone aside from Prince, resident of this world.
Yeah, the robot lady with red hair. She's in the computer room right now.
Then, please do not tell her you found me. At least, not yet. I can't be seen like this.
Okay.
Please help me restore my memory. Bring the disk back once you have the backup. Okay, I feel like 110, 117, 112, 118, 113, 119 is going to be important. Residential tracking machine, for reference, an explanation of the symbols. Cross, medical units are assigned to this building. Robot, a robot is assigned to this building. Electricity, a power cell is assigned to this building. What?
Prince, I'm just gonna ask you this one.
Oh, this. Oh, wait.
Yeah, do you remember the rooms, like, that you have to get the gas mask for?
Yeah, I remember those, but I don't remember who was in what room at all.
You could go there again, or I could give you hints for...
Wait, can I come back here after I go check?
Yes,
Okay.
you can, but it is so annoying to get the gas mask and then come over here because you don't need any of the items.
What?
Well, you might need some of the items, but I don't think...
Profit Bot 0, backup system 1.0.
Yep, that's computer. Alright.
Why couldn't he do this himself?
Because he doesn't know the rooms. You can't leave.
Oh, you need the...
Yeah!
Okay, so this is a code for that computer.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta go back, I guess.
You have to do everything till you get the gas mask, which is great. I hope you have fun for a bit, because we're just gonna be backtracking.
Hold up, let's just play, like... Hold up.
Play what? Did you do an ad? I don't know if he played an ad or not. He might have just played this. I don't think he played an ad. I don't know where Prince went. But hello, chat. Welcome to my podcast. That's right. I'm actually. It's not one shot anymore. It's a podcast. So hello, guys. Welcome. go. Yeah, I don't know if he was supposed to play Red, but so chat, which team you like better, red or blue? Cause white, it's just useless.
Do you want white to have a better ability? I came back to you just saying white is useless. What? Do you want me to change it? What do you... You know, I'll let chat decide what it's going to be used for. What happens when white wins.
I was just asking them a question and then I just hear that. That's funny. That's hilarious.
What do I make white do if it's quote-unquote useless?
No, because of the fact that you were trying to do a certain dynamic thing. White, it's the only reason white is there is to help the other teams.
Yeah, that was more when you had to actually reach the 15,000 goal in order to get the team effect, but now you just have to win, or you just have to be better than the other two teams.
Exactly.
So what do I make white team?
I don't know. Yeah, you can't get the code blatantly. Fun fact, they changed the password.
Bro.
So that means you have to do literally everything all over again until this point. So, bye.
That wasn't it.
Why are we here again? Just to suffer.
Does anyone have ideas for what white team could be?
May I bring up a different conversation for a second?
What's the different conversation?
Alright, I totally didn't get inspired from Fail though, but would Nico jaywalk?
Yes.
Why do you think Nico would jaywalk?
Wait, so what exactly is jaywalking?
When you cross when the light's red.
What? Like when you're on an intersection and you cross the street, even when there's no hand sign to say go?
No, like when you cross an intersection, but it's like one of those ones with the lights where it has green, yellow, and red, but they cross when the light is red.
Aren't you supposed to cross when the light is red? Because
Wait, not
when
red.
it's red, that means that cars can go past.
No, like red, but not with the hand sign saying that you're allowed to go past. Because they don't hold it.
So just like crossing when you're not supposed to and when it's
Yeah,
dangerous.
That's
Yes,
jaywalking.
Nico would 100% jaywalk.
Why Nico would not jaywalk?
She wouldn't know that she's jaywalking. She'd just cross the street and just blatantly not know that there are cars there because she's oblivious.
No, I feel like her mom would teach. I feel like their mom would teach them better. Therefore, Nico would not jaywalk.
I feel like her mom would tell her not to cross the street, and then she's like, but it's faster than waiting, and then she'd just go anyways.
No, Nico likes her mom. I don't think that would be.
I mean, yeah, but
If
like,
it was other people, then maybe that'd be the case. But
maybe she just like forgets what her mom said about not crossing the street while lights are on. Hello, paper.
I still feel like Nico would jaywalk. Also, for a hint, go over to the entrance using the teleport, because you have to get the crowbar. first. Entrance. Because it's the part above the entrance where you can get the crowbar. What robot lady jaywalk?
Like the red-haired girl?
Yes.
Yes.
Why would she jaywalk?
Because she literally... She knows that if she was hit by a car, she'd be fine, because she's made of solid metal. So she
Yeah,
doesn't
but
care.
Yeah, but the first thing of robotics is literally around the lines of just you missed it. Go back.
This is
go
the
back
car
up.
that I woke up in, though.
No, go back up.
What?
The other car that you passed.
There is no other car.
There is another car. It's just uppy.
Yes, Ty. I know. I am sitting in a good posture because I saw that.
There you go. Now you have the pipe. Oh yeah, also we should. No, don't. Not yet. Whatever.
What?
There was something you could have checked it. Remember the boat person?
Yeah?
Because you have to talk to them to start that whole thing.
Boatbot.
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 Would Boatbot jaywalk?
Boatbot's dead. So, I guess not. Boatbot. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He died.
Boatbot dead.
So then how does Nico get to the Glen?
I will find out.
Wait, there's something in the air here. It's the meat.
Nico's lungs are liquefied.
It's okay. Ah yes, lung-defied. Lung-defied?
Lung-defied?
Lung-defied.
The lungs have been defied.
Castaways.
We are castaways. Ahoy
Ahoy
there.
there.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
We are
We are
castaways.
castaways.
We're stuck where we are, with no house, no car.
Now you're gonna get yourself
Castaways,
demonetized.
ahoy.
mean,
We
copyright.
are castaways. I don't think I'm gonna get copyrighted by singing Castaways.
It's a copyrighted song. I don't know where.
Yeah, but like, it's singing. It's not the actual song.
It is the actual song, though.
I mean, it is the song, but it's singing. It's a cover.
People that make covers get copyrighted. I don't know.
Not just by singing a song. That's not how it works. Metal cube. Wait, it says solar battery. Broken battery.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So there's a battery repair something right somewhere,
No.
right? Wait.
You can get the camera lens. Because I remember the camera lens was a part of that lens.
Are we gonna copyright the whole stream by singing in chat? I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, I mean, especially because we can barely see your messages. You know how to get a camera lens, good sir?
No. How do I get a camera lens?
You have the stuff for it, good sir! What? You have a camera. You have another thing. Good job. Now... No, it's no longer broken.
And now
But
I
it's
charge it.
That bitch empty!
Wait, what?
That dish empty!
Oh, I also need to put the sun. Okay, now I have a battery. What do I charge? Wait, are you not active?
You checked before!
No, it's active.
You Prince, I
What?
swear to Atua.
Wait,
You
I thought this was the battery charger.
No!
I thought this thing charged the battery.
Wow.
Okay, now everything's charged. Oh shoot, they go in. They walk in.
We wobble.
Okay, now... Oh yeah, the computer's on now. Documents.
I don't
Oh
want
shoot,
you to
wait.
take a literal hour for what I did before.
Okay, so now there should be some sort of password somewhere, right?
Yeah,
It's
the
not in the one-shot folder, it's just...
It's not in the one-shot folder.
Is it? Document.oneshot? Yeah, that's it. The code you need is 754498. Hooray. Now I gotta go find it again.
May I give you some cool information?
What's the cool information?
Alright, so there's a speedrun category for one shot, obviously.
Makes sense. There's a speedrun category for like every game.
Yeah.
Even Ordnance now.
There's a glitch percent, and that has 22 minutes.
How? What do they do?
I don't know, I'll watch it later, 'cause that seems interesting. And then glitchless is 26 minutes.
What? So there's a glitch to take off 4 minutes.
Yep.
But that's it?
Yep. And also the 22-minute run was posted 3 weeks ago, so that's pretty cool.
And also, wait, is the 26th run on the first, the second, or the third playthrough?
Let's find out. I think it's the first one. Looks like the first one. They might use both, but I don't think so. Where are you going?
What?
Where are you going?
Trying to find. There it is. Computer.
That's not a computer.
It's a safe, whatever, shut.
Did you show the documents? Prince, did you show the documents?
I didn't
to
show it,
Scream?
but there's a document in here that says the code you need is 754498.
Is it only that?
I have my ways. What's in the safe? Let's go. Okay, now shoot and square.
Up.
Square. Square. Square.
What is that?
It's square.
Oh, where would I have to?
Okay, now travel entrance.
There was an entrance near there as well, but... Yeah.
And we go up
Up.
until Nico can't breathe. And then she puts on the gas mask after her lungs are slightly liquefied.
What?
Shush.
That doesn't sound like a good plan.
You didn't hear anything.
What do you mean I didn't hear anything?
You didn't hear anything. Look, you're fine.
Is Prince abusive to child?
No, I would never
Confirm?
abuse a child.
Confirm Prince abusive to child?
Oh, Gal Pal's contributing to the blue team.
Huh.
Hello, that one, Gal Pal 7. How are you? Okay, first building. It has
Is there a robot in
nothing.
it?
Okay.
Alright.
Second building is the hospital.
Yep. What about the third building?
Nothing.
Check the ladders. They could be on the upstairs part.
Isn't Nico afraid of ladders? Oh, hi, robot. Hello.
Hey, what are you doing up there?
I am stationed here.
By yourself?
Yes. Okay, good for you. Is there a guy in here then?
Maybe.
No.
I'm scared of you.
Yes, I know you're scared of ladders, Nico. Okay, so nothing, hospital, robot.
Uppy.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yes, Ace, I abuse children in Minecraft.
What?
Baby villagers, I punch them all the time.
Well, that's so mean.
Okay, so nothing, hospital, robot, nothing, battery. Okay, let's see if I can just quickly travel to the... Can I not?
It's not, it should be, it's... I don't actually,
right.
I think it's the cliffs. Yeah, close enough.
I am an evils. What? You have
Wrong
no
way,
proof I'm
wrong
an
way.
evils.
You're despicable me.
I'm a minion?
Yeah.
No, I'm Gru. Once I do
No,
a
you're a
face
minion.
reveal, you'll just... the 90%
You're
of the screen will
bald?
be nose.
You're bald?
I'm Gru, but with great hair.
Oh, so you're Drew's brother.
Sure.
Or whatever. his name
Drew.
is. What was the guy's name?
I have
Chat,
no
do
clue.
You know?
Nico would tell dad jokes about a light bulb, or like bad puns. Like, what do you
Yeah, I
what
think
do you
Nico
call a
would
light
do bad
bulb?
ones, but not
What do you call a light bulb that is shattered? A broken light bulb.
That's an anti-joke.
Oh,
you
Nico would tell
fool.
anti-jokes and puns then.
Hey, Prince.
What?
If, what? Let me find it. 1 second. These aren't what I've been looking for.
Wait, there are 6 buildings?
Yes.
Okay, well I can just guess for the last one. Robot, I think. Oh, wait, put in the disc.
You forgot to put.
Alright.
I mean, you could always go back there.
Okay then.
Maybe it's empty.
Yeah, because there is only one hospital.
Okay, I guess it's a battery then.
Oh wait, because I think 18 had something in it. I think you might have skipped one of the back ones.
Wait, if I skipped 18... Hold up, if this isn't it,
No.
then I skipped 18.
No, I know you did 18.
I'm pretty sure 18 was empty.
Let me 1 second.
Hold up. Maybe, I think I skipped 18 then.
I thought you went in.
This is the one that was empty, and this is the one that had a charger. So then robot then? Stop unselecting the disc. Okay, it's not a robot. Maybe it's empty.
I'm trying to find something to help you here.
Why does it keep unselecting the disc?
Because you keep putting it in and then getting it back out, so therefore it's unselected.
Bruh. And I can't even travel, bruh. I have to leave all the way.
No, do you want me to just find it?
No, that's cheating.
Fine, I'll just have it as a back. Oh, I see what we did wrong.
What?
It had nothing to do with you missing one of them. Well, it had a lot to do with one of you missing one of them.
What? Why not? I'm outside, aren't I? You just said it can't be used while inside. Okay, now I can use it. Okay, I'm on the
Right.
wait.
So, actually, can you go through all of them again? Because there's 6 now. Now you remember that. And you can also see the numbers on the building, so you can make sure you don't get the wrong one.
Wait. Oh, I skipped this one.
And there's a robot.
I think he's technically supposed to be set up there.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
just dead, so, you know.
Yeah.
So then it's robot, wait no, robot, empty, hospital, robot, empty, power.
Yeah. That makes sense. Surely. And here we go to Prince not knowing where he's going.
Because I don't know the layout.
Okay. I think I have a joke ready.
What's your joke, Nico?
Okay, so Batman. Wait. What does Batman tell Robin when they go to the car?
Get in the car.
Yeah.
He does indeed. How'd you know?
Because you were telling me to find light jokes, and none of them were light. None of them were good.
Oh, that one gal pal 7 can now die a happy pal. Oh, it told me.
What do you mean it's told you?
It told me that it's back up without me even having to try it. Preparing backup. Wait, writing to disk. 26% complete. 34% complete. 2% complete. 18% complete. 100% complete. Ejecting disk. The true pathway, it seems true. Not much has changed. Please help me restore my memory. Bring the disk once you have the backup installed.
Yeah, you have to.
Does this work?
Let's see. Inserting disk. Rebooting. Spin. Ah,
Are you okay?
sure.
So, I guess it worked?
Yes. I believe a proper introduction is in order. I am the prototype, originally named Prophet Bot. I was built to greet the savior of the old world.
Wait. A prophet robot? Like the one I met? Hey, I was right about you guys looking alike.
Well, the Prophet Bot out there is now a gross simplification of my design. That is to say, he is much more primitive by comparison, embarrassingly so.
Hey, seems alright to me.
You don't understand. Not only is he not tamed, he was tailor-made for this much smaller, simpler world to begin with. I was not. I was built before the real world ended.
But
Mike, please.
Mike?
Holy Mike! Okay.
the real world?
Oh, right. You don't know. Nico, do you remember the ending?
Excuse me?
The fact that you found me at all means this is not your first time in this world. You have already been summoned to this world once before. In fact, you've already traversed the entire world and went through the tower already. And in the ending, you either put in the sun, or didn't. What matters is that you're here now. Prince has successfully bypassed the one-shot restriction and brought you back again.
Oh,
Nico realizes that she's not the first and only Nico.
What?
Nico
No,
realizes she's not the first Nico, this is a second Nico. It's like Buddy Simulator all over again.
No, it's not a second Nico. It's
It's that the current Nico has amnesia and forgot everything.
Yeah, because you dragged Nico back here.
Nico meets Nico.
I thought something was weird.
No, it's the same Nico.
Nico and Nico fight over who's the real Nico.
It's the same Nico.
When I woke up at that house, I called out a name.
Chair. Stop.
Chair.
It turned out to be Prince's name. And then back at the other robot, I even asked Prince if we met before. Felt like such a dumb question at the time.
It looks like you're at least aware of it. To some extent.
It's just this weird feeling, okay? I don't actually remember going through the world.
Imagine Nico boxing against Nico. Who do you think would win? My bets are on the light bulb. You know, I think Nico would win, though. Nico would stand a good fight.
No. I think Lula would win.
Well, Lula just jumps into the boxing ring and fights.
Yeah, and wins.
I just remember Prince. It's really starting to freak me out.
Calm down. Look, just like how my memories were locked away, yours are too.
But
You're a living being. You don't even need extra hardware to remember. Just close your eyes and focus.
focus on what?
Try to picture a big room made entirely of glass. No matter what you saw in the tower, the top room never changes.
Well, huh? Ah! No way! I was there, wasn't I? At the tower. I've been through the tower.
There we go.
I can't remember all that much, but the room with the sun. It feels like such a long time ago. It doesn't make sense. If I already finished the mission, why didn't anything change? And why doesn't anyone know me? The other prophet bot, the robot lady. None of them remember who I am.
Of course not. The residents do not have that capacity. NPC memories do not last beyond the scope of a session.
NPC?
You know, the characters, the world's residents, all their past memories are built into their code, but the characters themselves don't really exist until Prince wills it. Same story for the world itself. Doesn't really exist until Prince initiates a program.
The program?
The World Machine. A universe simulator that runs on Prince's computer. We're all in it right now. No. You have no proof.
Oh my god.
So we're not real?
No, Nico, you are, definitely. Oh, you are. Which is why you're so important. The biggest flaw of the program is that it cannot be run independently. It requires the mental processing abilities of a real person from another universe. Think of it like one of your dreams. When you wake up, it's gone. But unlike a dream, this world has a physical location inside a computer, which Prince operates. For this world to continue existing around you, Prince has to be in constant contact with you. If Prince ends the program, the world will go into a stasis.
Does Prince know this?
Yeah, of course. From Prince's perspective, the World Machine isn't all that special. It's no different from other recreational game-type software they may have installed on their computer. They can also regenerate the world as many times as they'd like, now that the restriction is nullified. All of that is consistent with their concept of what a computer game looks like. So Nico's a real person who I'm forcing to do my bidding.
Yep.
Good thing I didn't actually kill her in the first ending. Sylvia!
I didn't kill her!
You killed her. You trapped her in
No,
a
I
world
didn't.
which doesn't exist. And then the
That
world got
doesn't
deleted
mean
and killed her.
What do you mean it got deleted?
Because you deleted the save file.
That doesn't mean I killed her! She's the same Nico from the second ending, bruh!
You killed Nico.
No, I didn't!
Yes, you did.
No, I fucking didn't! So why am I even here? What am I even supposed to save if everything is just... fake?
Fake's a harsh word, but
And why did Prince never tell me anything about any of this?
I cannot speak for Prince.
I just want to go home. But every time Prince runs the program, I come back.
Correct?
Is this why I feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind?
What?
I need to start again.
Nico, you were home literally yesterday. I just brought you back today.
This is why it feels like I haven't been home for so long.
Nico, you were literally home just yesterday. What are you talking about? Maybe. Once you've established a mental link with the world, you cannot break it unless the world is saved. But at this point, the world can never be truly saved.
That... Why would you create a world like this?
I don't know, I didn't code it. Wait, what?
Why would you make a world that's doomed from the beginning? Why do you keep bringing me back to it?
I have brought you here a total of, like, what, 5 times? I play an hour-long sessions, okay? It's fine. Nico.
Aren't you supposed to be a kind god?
Nico, I'm not even a god. I didn't code your game. Oh.
You're the one playing the game,
It appears that we have some confusion here. Prince did not build the world, Nico.
Oh,
Prince only owns a machine that is able to generate the world from pre-existing code. They actually have fairly limited control of the events. Put the child free. Okay, Alt F4. The world
that
just
would let her
ends.
free. That would let her be stuck. Yeah, you would be killing her then. What do you feel about that? Huh?
Well, I haven't already killed her, unlike someone here.
And I didn't close the game after I first played it, so then I wouldn't kill her again, quote unquote. Prince.
I haven't closed the game.
You were literally just planning on it.
I literally wasn't. I was making a joke. Also, Matt's not here. Matt isn't here. Galpal says that Sylvia, that you just admitted to killing Nico.
No, I didn't though.
The world was built by someone else altogether. Someone you cannot begin to fathom. It was also not designed to be the futile quest that it is now, but too many things went wrong. There's a type of signal disruption that he never expected. It's eating away at the world, slowly rendering it into an unrecognizable mess. Even if you bring back the sun, it will not go away.
the square stuff, isn't it? I remember those from before.
Then you got then you know what to watch out for. The creator knows what might be causing it. There's nothing that he could do. Until now. He managed to find me after all. You being here was due to his help.
Oh. I guess it has something to do with the journal?
Correct. Looks like he wants to have one final attempt at fixing it. And he might need to do it through you. Nico, do you remember how you got to the Glen? Whatever you did in your last session, you should stick with it for now.
I remember a boat. More specifically, fixing a robot that drives the boat.
Alright, then go do that.
But The boat robot has those squares over it.
Oh. Then do whatever you must to find a new boat. There are plenty of machine parts around the Barrens that can be repurposed.
Hmm.
You seem enthusiastic. That was sarcasm.
Knowing thing isn't real really does make this feel pointless.
But you do want to go home, right?
Yeah. How will I know that this isn't just another...
Because this session might be the last one.
Huh?
The creator is mobilizing things, throwing everything into this one last shot. There might not be enough internal resources left for Prince to be able to generate another session after this. Just go find a new boat for now. But please, be careful.
What about you?
I will meet you at the docks later. Need to take care of something first. Oh, what's up? Hey, you okay in there? I did what I could with the terminals for now. It's you. You're the robot that insisted on living in the mines, are you not? My friends told me to keep an eye out for you should we ever cross paths. Likewise. Your friend gave you something the last time you saw each other. Can you show me what it is? Wait, you know about the amber? I just asked to see it, didn't I? Alright, here it is. Thought so. You seem to trust you, so I will treat you as an ally as well. Okay. Please listen carefully. Need to escort the Messiah for the remainder of the Barrens. I predict a high concentration of square particle disruptions in the near future. No way. Yes, way. It's likely that structures in the vicinity of the Messiah might be affected, making it a far more treacherous pilgrimage than the previous, or expectations. Prince and the Messiah need all the help they can get right now. Understood.
Oh, okay.
Guess we should head back soon. Even without the squares, the mines are not a safe place to be. Come on, I'll wait for you outside.
Wait, I want to ask you.
No.
She left.
If you were going to ask her about being not real, save your breath. None of the people here know their predicament. In fact, I don't think they can even comprehend it. It would be in your best interest to just pretend like we never had this conversation. Causing mass confusion in the world's residents would likely result in unfavorable conditions for you.
Alright. Wait, then what about you? Did you know?
We never had this conversation, remember?
Uh,
What's up with this computer, though? Come on, let's go back. Can I check the...
Yes. Look up, one right next to her. No.
She's literally standing right in front of it.
Yeah.
Bro.
You checked it already. It's just so absurd. I remember it. What happened in the tower. What I tried to do. And how you managed to see through it all. We have been through all of this. Even though it was only supposed to run once, you still managed to come back. How did you come back?
Wait, so the, 5 people who know that this is the second time are Nico, ProfitBot 1.0, me, the text box, and the creator of the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you bring Nico back?
Great food.
Wow! Oh. Wow!
What a great time for food.
Wow!
Food pog.
Wow!
I'm gonna go get food and cause a commercial. Wait, that's
Alright,
the chatting screen.
a commercial. Thank
Yeah,
you.
commercial ad for, I don't know, 1 million seconds? That seems about right, yep. No, wait, it's slash commercial.
Wow.
Goodbye.
You don't even know your own ads? Wow.
Shut. Anyways,
No.
Goodbye. Entertain the people who didn't get a commercial.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I want to have a conversation with y'all. Like, extremely. So, would you jaywalk, chat? Alright, looks like I have to wait for the engagement. Sad. Alright, chat. Good old chat. Buddy old pal, guys. First things first, before Prince gets back, I'd like to say, I'd hope that you can subscribe to Prince's thing. Thank you, chat. Really helpful. I hope you'd follow Prince and watch more of his streams. He's funny. If you haven't, if you somehow found him for the first time. And second off, the benefits to subscribing are you give him money, so then he can give you better content. Anyways, I'd also hope you follow me, on my Twitch, because I am cool and I never get the opportunity to stream. Indeed, it is a plug. I don't have merch, but I did try to make merch. Actually, you know what? Let's do a funny story time. That isn't a story time. I don't really know what to do here. He got food. I could get something if I really wanted to, and I probably should, but nah, it's fine. But once again, chat, I have to ask, would you jaywalk? Are you a jaywalker? Dude, yeah, totally, like, hilarious. It's funny! Yay! You are allowed to have legs as long as you pay us $5. That's the only way you can have legs. You pay us $5. Alright, it wasn't saying whether or not you had to jaywalk or... Wait, why do you not have legs, chat? Is chat just Prince's crown? Actually, that's hilarious. Wait a minute. No. We're not doing that. Not what I was gonna say. Nah. But no, chat, that's a good idea. But, imagine the crown that he'd normally wear. Anytime he streams, it just turns sentient. Just becomes sentient. It doesn't have legs or anything. It's just sentient and speaks.
What's sentient and speaks?
Don't worry about it, Prince.
I'm gonna worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Prince.
I'm gonna worry.
Don't worry about it, Prince.
What?
Don't worry about it, Prince.
I just realized the chat box is extremely tiny.
Yeah, it's been like that since any time you stream. There we go, it's better! We'll probably have to fix the one that's with the game as well, though, because it's very small.
It's also very small.
Yeah, they've all been small since the very beginning.
Bruh, why has nobody told me it's near impossible to read chat?
I don't know! There we go. Also, chat wonders, can you get them food?
Sure, gal pal, you can have some food.
Alright.
I will send it to you, just DM me your home address on Discord.
I will mail it to you?
Yep. I like how we just
I've
stopped in the
lost
middle of a cutscene.
Yeah. What did you bring Nico here? And then you even managed to break out of bounds? Bringing Nico to places that never should have been?
I was about to drink water, but I realized that nobody redeemed hydrate. So guess I'm
Somebody
gonna have
redeem
to
hydrate.
I'm gonna have to thirst to death. Or I could just redeem it myself, you know, that works too.
Yeah.
Dang it, I only get to take one sip of water. Hold on, let me just redeem hydrate ultra myself. Sweet delicious water.
I'm testing what it would be like if I was forced to scream in your boots. And
What?
honestly, that seems like hell.
What?
Having to drink water anytime they redeem it, and then not drink water anytime they don't redeem it.
I literally can't give points to blue team.
Why?
You're not allowed to give points to goals as the creator.
I mean, can't you give points to people?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. That's kinda sad. Oh no! 25% red team! Oh no, red team.
Red team's at 26%. Whoa.
Yeah,
Kate and Ace are working together.
honestly. Blue team, you gotta step it up a bit.
Ace is trying to convert Gal Pal to the red team.
How much is it to redeem a oh, it's 50,000. The jump between 2,500 for finish the bottle and then ending the stream entirely. That jump is terrible.
Normally it's a jump from 5,000 to 100,000.
May I ask, what does host do?
It means that when I'm offline, it'll show... When I'm offline, but someone on my host list is online, it'll show their stream instead of mine.
So then if you buy it once, how does that work?
They'll be on my host list for the next, let's say, month. It says week, but that's a bit weak.
I see.
So basically what you're telling me is that anytime you stream, if I want to stream that month, I have to do it when you're doing that, and then make sure I stream so then it doesn't go to waste.
What?
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 Okay.
It was him, wasn't it? And now... Nico was upset.
What even happened in the room back there? What did Nico learn?
She learned something.
Nico is upset. I can feel it. I told you to turn back, Prince. But you've chosen to trust the man instead of me. No, not even that. Just his book. His ghost. This world is not real. The people are not real. Nico is upset. Nico is... No. Everything is wrong.
Oh no. Is Textbox the person making the squares? The minecart. Earthquake.
The tunnel back out just collapsed.
No.
What are we gonna do?
Wait. The exit just caved, didn't it? I saw this coming, but this is a bit more sudden than I anticipated. Both of you follow me.
Where to?
The way out? She's a runner, she's a track star. She's
Wait, you
gonna
can
get
check it
away,
now.
she
You
will
can
get...
check- No! You can check it now!
Wow.
I think you have to talk to him. What are you doing?
I don't think we need to use the sensor.
Okay, all of us are here. There's an emergency exit behind my computer terminal. We did not want anyone to stumble upon this route, so the terminal has been weighed down. It cannot be moved by normal means. With our combined effort, it might budge. Maybe. I am not strong.
I'm not that either.
If that doesn't work, we might need to dig around it, and... You could have just asked. Strong. Come on. Show off.
I like proper.
I would appreciate it if you do not linger here.
So this is the way out?
There wasn't any data on this path in the server room. It's new. Nico, get in the minecart.
Okay.
Just go.
Point limit's a thing? Yeah.
Like, please.
You can only donate 2,000 per day.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
That's to stop at one super rich person from just instantly completing the goal in one day.
That person that's been grinding for years. I tried. I really did. But what if you don't stream enough in the day?
Deep state. Oh, I think.
I'm sorry, Nico. I tried to protect you, but it can't hold it off forever. Ow.
You can
fuck.
spend... I'm pretty sure you can spend infinite points. Like, I think you can just get... You can still spend things on, like, hydrate, posture check,
You're
shout
really
out,
doing this.
stuff.
You're really doing this in the middle of a fucking cutscene.
Shush. But you can't spend it on the same goal anymore. So no more red team for today.
What was that?
Here too. Watch out. Rock. Oh geez, she's gonna die.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, I'm fine. I can still hold it up, but you need to... You, robot. What are you waiting for? Take the child and get out. Come on.
But what about her?
She's a lost cause. Get out! Come on. Why is he walking so slow?
Slow as fuck.
No.
What did he do?
You have to take this.
What? The memory disk? But...
This is where we part ways. Nico, the path ahead will lead you to the glen, right by the city gate. When you're in the city, go find someone named Cedric, give him the disc.
What happens if I... What if the squares?
Hurry! Well, they're dead.
both.
Yeah, Nico, I just said that. Oh, the child's depressed now.
Child's been depressed.
Yeah, the child just is depressed.
I don't understand the world. The prophet thought what he was saying. Is this world really just... Is it?
Yeah.
Normally I wouldn't believe it, but it just adds up. Everything adds up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. If I can't fix the world, I can't go back home. But the world is already so messed up. If the squares don't get fixed, what will happen to the world? Where would I even go?
Alright, that's gonna be the end of the stream, boys. Let's...
You have more time, bitch.
Fine. But it was such a perfect moment to end the stream.
No. I think I remember something. I remember what I did at the end. I remember being in a dark room.
Sylvia said that it took her 4 hours to beat the game. And I've been playing for like an hour and a half. So, hypothetically, I still have 2.5 hours left.
Longest. Yeah. Barrens is always the longest part of the game, let's be real here.
There was a light at the end of a long hallway. I thought I was going back home, but I don't remember a lot of the details. But none of it matters now, does it? I just got brought back anyways.
Wait, has that room always been there?
Yes, but you were never able to get to it.
Huh.
We have to walk across these vines. One way to find out, I guess. They're safe.
Wait, so Nico just never decided to walk over the vines?
There were no vines.
Ah.
Huh?
Squares.
Isn't that the city gate? It's...
Walk up to it. What are you doing?
Hold on, let me just redeem hydrate. Oh wow, guys, looks like my water bottle's empty. Oh wow. Oh,
Wow! What? You, wow! Okay, fine, I'll use this excuse to get food. Screw you.
darn. But you need to entertain my stream. Okay, commercial break starting in 3, 2, Hello. Oh, Sylvia's still gone. How are you, stream? What do you mean by when do the special bonuses show up? How high is the stream delay? Oh, yeah, they just show up randomly. I think they show up more often the more messages you send, but I don't know. Anyways, back to the game.
What happened?
They're talking about the special bonuses thing.
Oh.
Please do not approach. The gate is closed until further notice. Yeah, it's closed. Bed. Well, Nico went to sleep. Is that... do I end the stream there?
Hi.
And then on Saturday I can stream the ending with another, like, 2 hours?
Fine. That's so cringe, though.
But Nico wants to take a nap. Are you gonna try and deny Nico her nap? Really? Why would you do that? Huh? Huh?
Cause in game it's longer time than in real life.
Well, Nico, no, you have no proof.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No.
Yeah.
So do I end the stream? Hold up, I'll leave it up to a poll. Okay. There's the poll. Vote. You can technically vote. You can vote multiple times if you're rich.
It's only 100. It's not that much.
Still for rich people.
You would literally only have to be in the stream for like 10 minutes.
With the singular dollar of currency. Yeah, you could indeed. Wait, you used to be able to watch ads for bits? Really?
What? Why?
Dang it, continue wins with one more vote. Hi Nico, good morning.
My stream. Wasn't there an area you could enter over there? Back there? Yeah.
Vines.
Prince, are you blind?
What? What?
The entrance.
Where?
You're blind.
I just came from here, didn't I?
No, you didn't. You came from the other area.
What?
came from there.
Wait, so...
That's where you came from.
What?
You didn't. You came from that part.
Why did
Now
you
you
laugh?
have to- I didn't.
You realize something. You know something that I don't. Hello. The deeper ruins are ahead. Do note that they are partially flooded. Okay.
Something's different. Whatever.
Okay.
No saving Alula for you.
No. So Alula doesn't exist in the second run?
Not that
She's
she
just
doesn't
trapped
exist.
constantly? Hello, person. 2 children reside near here. It's Alula and the Vine Girl.
The pathway is blocked. By block! Wait a minute. I remember something about this. Never knew it'd be so easy.
Nico learns that she can kick.
Oh wait, how?
She could have just stepped over it. It's like, what, like 3 inches tall? Oh,
Oh,
how'd they escape?
the door.
I knew we'd lose our home eventually, but I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon.
Oh jeez. Are you guys okay?
Oh, my stars. You're the savior. It's an honor to meet you. I'd invite you inside, but, as you can see, our home is,
It's got squares in it!
Yes, Alula, thank you.
It's getting everywhere now, isn't it?
Hmm?
The squares. They're way more than before. Even the gate to the refuge is destroyed now. That didn't happen last time.
Last time?
Nothing. I was like, that's the prince.
You literally did, just Calamus doesn't know what you're talking about.
I should introduce myself again. My name is Nico.
Nico. Oh gosh, would it not be rude to call you by your name?
No worries, Calamus.
How did you know my name? The Messiah. No.
I just know a few things, Calamus.
I'm stealing your characters.
No!
Right? yes, of course. Phew. Ah, you were saying about the gate.
Oh, right. Looks like you can't get to the city through the old gate anymore. Do you know another way to get in? Heard that there's some sort of hidden passageway down here somewhere.
Oh, passage to the burial grounds?
That's the one.
Oh, but I'm not sure if there'll be any of any use here. It's been flooded for a long time and there's no boat. Not to mention the burial grounds itself is pretty far away from the city.
That's okay. I would still like to see it. It's the only reason I have.
Alright, in that case, please follow us. Why is there an echo? Sylvia, please.
But I finished my food, I have a bowl, I'm gonna kill the ball.
At least the courtyard's unaffected for now. Child!
We usually get to the burial grounds to our friend, but he hasn't been here for a while.
Normally this courtyard would be where we meet up.
I hope he comes back soon.
I think your friend's probably dead.
Nah, silly.
Bell. Ball.
It's a ball. That's mine. It doesn't bounce around as much as it used to, though.
Oh.
Bop.
Nico! Nico? What's wrong?
You looked like you were about to faint.
It's not the first time this happened.
Oh?
Earlier, I was in the Barrens and I saw something like this. It was like a dream, but only for a split second.
Sounds like a vision. Like something a prophet would see.
I guess? The robot lady I was with earlier had a fancy word for it. Hallucination. Wait, let me check something.
Book. Book.
Oh! I was right!
Huh?
When I had the vision back in the Barrens, the book started glowing too. I wanted to see if I could get it back to happen again, and... Where did you get that? Oh, I had it with me when I woke up in this world. It looks like one of our friends' books! Except it's glowy! That's what the lady said too. Prince, let's see if we can do anything with the journal in this room. You gotta
Okay.
line it up again.
I just stand on the clover.
No, you just gotta line it up.
Wait.
Left,
Boat.
boat. Whoa!
How did that boat get there?
Okay, I'm pretty sure it has to do with this journal now. Exact same thing happened back in the Barrens.
Seriously?
The journal was glowing, so I wanted to take a closer look at it. Then I found a page that looked like a drawing of the room in here, and then this happened. A minecart showed up.
What?
What?
That sounds freaky.
No, it doesn't. Prince must have done something.
Still.
Hey, we have a boat now. We can go visit the burial grounds and visit Mom again.
But,
Come on, Calamus. Nico and Prince are with us.
well, if
I wanna
Prince
see
made the
Mom.
boat appear, it should be safe.
What do you think, Prince?
I don't get an input, okay.
No.
Here we go.
Boat! Boat! Oh shoot, I'm controlling them all at the same time. I thought I could go down, but they all just look down simultaneously. Like imagine you're just walking and then you say something and just...
Screenshot.
You just... Imagine, like, you're walking... Oh darn, I don't get control anymore.
Screenshot. Screenshot.
Whoa.
The child touches the stars. You got the whole squad laughing.
Not the whole squad.
You're just like... You're just talking with someone, and then you say that you put your milk before your cereal. They just stare at you.
Talk to somebody and they say they put the cereal before the milk.
That's a normal thing. Sylvia, do you put the milk before the cereal?
No.
Sure.
I don't like milk.
Come on, Alula. Let's go pay our respects.
Okay. It's a gravestone. It's a gravestone. It's
They
a
are
gravestone.
indeed. I thought I could get more info, but I guess not.
Oh, Kaula. Uppy. Uppy.
I was gonna talk to them last, but okay.
No.
I was gonna explore more.
But Calamus and Sylvia. Mom, you're not gonna believe what happened today. We met the Messiah and... Hi, Nico. Hi.
This is her grave. It's been years, but it's still hard, you know? Lula, wanna help me look for some flowers for Mom later?
Yes.
There are clovers pointing over here.
Hello.
Hello. Wait, that's the guy in the vision.
Make him
Who
British.
is this?
Make him British.
Why is it's you?
Huh?
You
My name is Nico.
ah, nice. Finally to meet you. No way. It is a pleasure to be of acquaintance at last, Nico. My name is Cedric.
Oh! I'm supposed to be looking for you too.
I am aware. Prototype had contacted me earlier, saying that you would be on your way to the city.
You did?
He sent me a message after his memories were restored.
Oh.
He told me to wait in the city, but I thought it'd be faster for me to pick you up here. Turns out that was a terrible idea.
Pick us up? Wait, you could fly that plane?
What is a plane?
That thing behind you!
Oh, you mean the flying machine?
They're called planes in my world.
Oh, well, it's a machine and it flies now.
Yeah, but it's also a plane.
I did not realize they existed in other worlds. I thought I made it.
Wait! Are you the friend that Calamus and Alua are talking about then? Is that the same flying machine they were talking about?
I do not know anyone named Calamus or Alula. I think they're meant to be friends with my father. In previous iterations of the...
Your father?
He was the original owner of my flying machine. It's one of his greatest inventions, actually.
Your dad invented planes?
Flying machines.
It's cool either way!
Thanks. But to answer your earlier question, I am proficient in operating the machine. But something weird happened to the engine when I was in the air earlier. I had to make an emergency landing on this tiny island before I crashed into the city wall.
You almost crashed? That's terrible.
It wasn't pleasant, I will admit. I wonder if the engine problem has to do with the square particle disruptions. I checked, but there isn't any of that square stuff inside the machine itself. But I noticed some islands in the glen are really messed up now.
They are.
Guess I should have listened to Proto in the first place. Say, where is he? He said he was coming with you. Is he still back at the main islands?
Oh, actually,
He's dead.
back at the Barrens, there was a cave-in and then a bunch of squares. He and the robot lady, neither of them made it out.
No.
He did give me this though. This disc he pulled from his head.
Oh. Oh, thank goodness. He gave you his main drive. As long as I have this, I should be able to bring him back.
Really?
It's gonna be hard, but yes. We need all three of us for the big door.
The...
But first things first, we need to find a way to go to the city.
Right. The city gate is kinda kaput now.
If this machine was working, we could just fly right in there. I've isolated the issue with the machine, but I can't repair it with the stuff I have on hand.
Oh? What's wrong with it?
The battery in the engine is dead, and the engine has some gears that need to be replaced.
Do you think I'll be able to fix it if Prince and I help you find those things?
Maybe. Problem is, the Glen isn't exactly a very high-tech area. I'm not sure if you'll be able to find anything so specialized here.
We'll try anyway. We can't really do anything else right now.
Okay, I don't have a battery.
Nope.
Okay, need to find a battery.
Yep.
Zoom
It's
zoom.
not gonna be here.
Oh, I have to leave the burial grounds.
Yep.
Hey, do you know where I can find a battery?
Good question. We don't really use electricity in the Glen. Oh, but there are robots at the research station. If there's a battery anywhere, they'd know where it is.
Gotcha, thanks. Do you know where I can find some gears? Gears? What? It's like a metal circle thing with teeth. A circle with teeth? That sounds so silly. Like something Magpie would have. Magpie? You know, the trader guy. He collects all kinds of funny stuff. I mean, he even keeps around broken glass and junk. Oh yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. He's such a weirdo.
Wow, just casually insulting Magpie.
Yeah. Are you able to teleport from in here or no? Teleport. Why are you going back in?
Bell.
Where are you going?
Where you going, Prince?
I don't know how to get to Magpie's place or the research
Do you know
station.
where the... What about the... Do you remember the Vine Lady?
Yeah, but I forgot where she lives.
I think she's under here? Like this area?
Hello, person. 2 children reside near here. They do. Well, they used to. Their house is gone now. I like how Nico's ears flop as she moves.
The hat indeed do that.
Nico's had ears.
Yeah.
Well, this is where Vine Lady lives.
Ah, nice.
Do you want the sun, ma'am? What if I just go to her holding the sun?
You're here to see me?
What happened to you?
Oh, hold on. I need to concentrate.
Huh?
The islands will collapse if I don't do something. That's why the vines.
You're making the vines grow. Is that why there are vines everywhere? Are you trying to hold the land together?
My powers. Best I could do. Yes.
Should I leave the sun here for you? I know you wanted to see it.
Tempting. But I mustn't. The sun brings me comfort, but stress is good. For this, fear is good. Makes me strong. Vines grow faster.
But
If I'm at ease, the vines might retreat. They're all in danger, Savior. The villagers, the children. My final hours must go to waste. The people deserve to live, even if just for another day.
All the people in the glens are gonna die.
Can you talk to them again? Because they're the one that makes the vines.
Ask her to make vines.
Yeah, because the last if I remember correctly, one of the areas that you passed didn't have a bridge. Hello.
I have something to ask of you.
Yes.
It looks like most of the bridges around the glen are broken and
That's right. The bridges. You need to cross them on your pilgrimage. Would you like me to fix them?
yeah. Is it possible?
Difficult. Bridges are in very specific locations over water. You need to find the right points. Vines must be strong too. And undertaken, but possible. I intend to use the last of my strength. Please, stand back.
Bro, she's gonna go kill herself in order to fulfill Nico's wishes.
What happened? Are you okay?
No, she isn't.
Are you?
Tippy taps away.
Tippy taps away.
Tippy taps away.
Her ears flopping. Her hat ears. Cat
Her hat.
ears. Yeah,
Her
it is
cat.
very sad, Matt.
Somebody
Wait,
just died
Matt?
in front of us
Who's
again.
Matt?
You're Matt, I thought.
Yeah, I'm Matt. Wait. What? Wait, who? I'm... Who? What? Okay.
What? 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 Why'd you just glitch?
No. Galpal says stop trying to make everyone think I'm not Matt. But I'm not Matt, definitely. No. Bro.
Well, they're the robots. Yeah. You know where I can find a battery for a flying machine?
I have a battery integrated into my system. It cannot be used to power other things.
Do you happen to know where I can find a battery?
What is a flying machine?
Never mind.
It's a machine that flies. How would we have a funeral?
Battery for a flying machine?
Have you checked the power room?
Not yet.
Hello, person. The research station is currently experiencing some square difficulties.
I can tell. Even the bridge on the way here was...
Are you sent here by Dr. Silverpoint?
No?
No, carry on then.
Oh, by the way, do you know where I can find a battery for a flying machine?
I do not.
Alright.
Anomalies are increasing. Square.
Uh-oh.
Hello, person. This is the main generator of the Glen.
Hello? Would you happen to know where I can find a battery for a flying machine? It's kind of an emergency.
I do not know what a flying machine is, but any sort of large machinery would require a high-capacity power cell. For example, the generator in this room utilizes such a device.
Alright. Almost forgot. We had to fix the battery for this in the Barrens, didn't we, Prince?
If this is an emergency for living beings, you can use the battery from the generator.
Oh! Wait, but if we take the battery here, all of you guys would lose power, wouldn't you? Maybe Prince and I should go find another one.
Negative. This is the only battery in the Glen powerful enough to be used as a standalone unit. If it is such a dire situation, then do what you must.
Oh,
Yoink.
I guess we have no choice. We depowered it.
Rest in peace, my homie.
Let's go find the gears.
This brings Nico's kill count up to like, what, like 15 now?
Yeah.
Nico's killed a lot of people on this run.
So, we revived some people, 2 people died, and all of the robots in the Glen died, which is a lot. Why are you going back?
I don't know where to go. I'm trying to find Magpie.
Uppy? No, from no other. other way. Wait, other way, other way, other way, please, other way.
I mean, we've been streaming for 2 hours, and Sylvia says it took her 4 hours. So it's about the halfway point. Are you Magpie? No, you're not Magpie.
That looks like a basic boy.
Plant spirit. Yeah, she's really looking out for you. She really is. Okay, let's just get the thing from
She
Magpie.
also died. It's like 20 at this point, now that I think about it.
The fragmentation is happening faster and faster. Now it looks like the vines are slowing it down.
My mommy's making food for everyone. I want to help her catch fish, but I'm not a grown-up yet.
Are you Magpie?
Oh, you're the trader guy.
Sure am. You here to trade? Because if you are, then I got bad news for you. All my stuff is back in my cart, which was sadly abandoned when I was, running for my life. So my collection is very limited right now. Managed to grab some of my favorite things before I left, though.
Oh, do you have anything like gears?
Gears? Like the metal spinny things? I don't think I have anything like that. Yeah, I only have a kill count of 7. Jeez, I gotta get on that. I have a lower kill count than Nico, the
From
child.
What? I mean, technically, Nico wasn't the one that killed all of them, just the game itself.
She killed the Vine Lady and every robot, but like
She didn't purposefully kill them, though.
she asked the Vine Lady to make bridges, which made her exert all her energy and die.
Yeah,
And
but
she
was
took the
gonna die
battery,
anyways,
which
that's
killed all the
problem.
robots. Yeah, but she sped that up.
I mean, if you
Which
put
means-
the battery back, then they'll just come back to life, so I don't see the point there.
And she didn't kill the robot girl or
Robot.
their prototype because they were killed by the squares, which was sort of Textbox's fault. Wait. I do have this box thing that you can wind up and play a song.
That's a music box.
Yeah. I bet there's lots of little metal bits in there.
Oh, that might work.
The likelihood of the battery being returned is like 0% because we have the battery and we're not planning on putting it back. And the world's gonna end after we're done with it, so, I'm not sure if I want to trade it away.
Are you trying to kill everyone, Prince?
It's one of my
Again?
favorite things.
Um,
Oh, what am I saying? You're the savior. Things have been getting bad around here lately. If I don't help you out, I might not even be around much longer. You need this to save the world, right? Take it.
thank you.
And now, teleportation.
Why do you keep pressing the wrong button?
Because A and S are right next to each other. Actually, instead of teleporting, I should probably just, instead of teleporting, I should probably... Where is it?
Where are you going?
I don't know. Is it the gate? Yeah, this is it. Okay, I should probably end the stream now.
Alright, fine.
Good night, Nico. She's dead.
No.
She's not. She's asleep, which is temporarily deadness. Let's have a poll.
Let's have a poll!
You literally suggested ending the stream here, Galpal. What do you mean?
Let's have a poll.
Fine. But I'm making the poll for super rich people. It's gonna be 150 per vote. Terrible. Only the rich kids.
That's so mean. Only the people that have been on the stream for 15 minutes.
The poll would mean that I'd have to end it in an hour, which means that the next stream would be much shorter in that it'd be imbalanced.
What balance?
What? The balance of one stream being both streams being 2 hours. Very balanced. But otherwise, one would have to be 1 hour and the other would have to be 3 hours.
Somebody's rich. Oh
Somebody's really rich.
no! Somebody's really rich!
450 points, oh wow.
For 50 points.
Yes, Galapal.
We're
Bro.
continuing.
Bro. Now one stream's gonna be much longer than the others. What do you mean it doesn't count or continue onwards? What?
I mean, like in the next area, there's also a bed, so you could just do this part and then.
Okay, we're just gonna finish up the Glen. At the next bed, that's going to be where I end stream without
There you go.
without even a poll.
All right. You're just gonna
great,
redeem
great.
and end.
No, we don't have another poll. No.
A third poll. Should we go over and finish the game?
Hello, British boy.
Sorry, I forgot. What parts do we need to find?
Oh yeah, because
A battery for the engine and a few gears to replace broken ones. If you could find me the parts I need, I should be able to get this machine off the ground again.
you have to equip it. It's great.
You found the music box. It should have gears in it, right?
I assume so, but this looks like one of the ones that my father made.
Your dad makes music boxes too?
I mean, yeah, he's an engineer. He makes a lot of things. Where did you get this from, by the way?
A trader guy in the village gave it to me.
I see. I remember father saying that he used to trade with some of the people around here. He did always love traveling this world, despite, well... Oh, sorry, I started rambling. The gears in there are compatible with the engine, although it pains me to have to take it apart.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. We still need a battery to get this engine running. Please do what you must to find one. Yeah, she had to kill like 15 people for it.
It was more than 15, but
You said that she has a kill count of about 20, which means there's 15 robots that she killed, plus the Vine lady, plus the two people she's killed back in the Barrens, which means that's about 20.
no, that's not 20.
It's 19.
Yes,
Wait, it's 18.
it's 18.
Okay, so then she killed 17 robots then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she didn't though.
Okay, fine. You don't get the line.
There's more.
Oh, nice.
I said it
I
already.
honestly
I
wasn't
don't know what you're
expecting it.
talking about.
It's from the generator on one of the islands.
The research station?
Yeah. It was powering all the robots there. I felt bad for taking it.
You should. You should feel bad.
See? He said, oh, we can always give it back later. See? Fucker.
Alright.
Wow, swearing on my Christian stream? How dare you? Looks like the flying machine has a chance after all. I just have to assemble the pieces now, but it might take a while. Do you mind keeping me company?
Sure, I can.
She just sits there.
How's it going?
Slow. The connectors in the battery were not designed for this type of engine, so I have to shift around some of these ports, and there's this bolt that keeps getting stuck. Don't worry, I'm making decent progress. We should be able to make it to the city by tonight.
If you say so. What will happen once we're there?
We need to bring Proto back first, and we need to go find one more person. You may have already met her, actually. You remember her from the last time you were in this world? Oh, red-haired lady, I think. Or is it George? Wait, it's George! Wait, it's the owners of all the Frostford things.
What?
It's George.
What does she...
Wait, no, it's not the red-haired lady from with the amber. Is it George? It's either George or it's the amber. It's a red-haired lady, the maid researcher.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay,
What does she look like?
they're gonna describe it. This is gonna sound strange, but she's a fox. What? I've never met her.
Yes, you have.
Who? Wait.
Oh.
Fox lady? Who?
You'll figure it out in either stream later.
Bro.
You'll figure it out if you stream more!
Wait. Wait, was it that one guy who told me to revisit?
One guy.
One girl, I guess? And then I never did?
Do you remember talking to a fox at one point?
You've met Rue?
The memories are still really blurry though.
I mean, you did revisit, they just weren't there.
Yeah. No, we've already figured it out. I just barely remember her. I see. Sylvia.
I'm trying to figure out what that one gal pal said before the we could have.
No, Gal Pal's saying we could have a poll if we play until we figure out who the fox is. But
No,
we just
what
figured
was
out
the
who the
thing
fox
right
is.
above it?
It was talking about not having another poll for once we find a new bed, because then it'll just end the stream.
No, there was. Because there was saying, then we have another poll, no. A message that on my side doesn't show up, and then we could.
We have another poll once we find another bed. That was what Galpal was suggesting. But then I said, no, I'll just end the stream once we get there. And then
Why is
Galpal
it
called me a monster. I guess monster is censored.
Oh.
It's just hard, you know? God had told me to think of this world like a dream. But then I got so caught up with it. And I just kinda forget. I forget that everything here is supposed to be not real. And then I remember. And then I just get really sad. I know this is for me to go home, but knowing that none of it matters in the first place.
Oh, Galpal wants to count the delay.
Trapped here for no reason?
I've brought up the message after. Wait. 8 seconds. Jeez, that's a long delay. How long is it for me? 1 second. Actually, like half of a second, but that's because it doesn't even have to travel through the internet. Because I'm right here.
Yeah, it took about 7 seconds on my side once it showed up.
Imagine having stream delay couldn't be me.
Yeah, because you're using the Steam view, not the actual Twitch.
Okay, fine, I'll use the actual Twitch, okay?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, still instant, let's go.
What? No, like, Twitch, how?
Yeah, I used Twitch. Literally bragging about not being poor. What?
I'm so confused.
I'm bragging about being on the same internet as the streamer. Because I am the streamer.
Trapped here for no reason?
Yeah, but even if I was the streamer and I check it on my own stream by looking at, like, Twitch TV.
Streaming is a not poor thing.
It.
I feel like poor people can stream. You just need a working computer.
And a good internet connection.
Somewhat.
Proto also told me about not to ask anyone in this world about this, saying how they don't understand. But what about him? How did he know?
I am the streamer, Galpal. Oh yes, obviously all streamers are rich.
How do you know? Aren't you all supposed to be code?
Well,
I'm not sure what to even believe anymore.
I wish Rue was here. She's so much better explaining this sort of thing. I'm doing a terrible job of it. I bet Proto was even less tactful, wasn't he? I'm afraid I must risk sounding callous, but please, you need not concern yourself with how real everything is for now. The plan's already in motion. We can't allow for distractions. Father's putting everything into his one last run of this world. Wait. His dad's the creator of the game?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I've said this before.
He was right. He said his dad makes a lot of things. He made everything, technically.
And they also said this before.
No, when, what?
Wow, not paying attention? That's pretty cringe,
Bro.
isn't it?
The last chance for him to fix everything.
Your father is involved in the world machine?
You could say that. The acceleration of square particle anomalies was not accounted for at all, though. The patch was only built to accommodate the normal rate they appear, but they're accumulating at frightening speeds now. Frodo even lost his body. Thankfully, he gave you the disc just in time.
So, what happened to my memories? What happens to anyone who gets caught in this? I only know it's bad.
Well, you know how the simulation works, right?
How everything is code?
Specifically, everything is generated from pre-existing code. The squares can cause damage to that code. Most of the time, irreversible damage. Father's lost some friends in previous iterations of the simulation. It took him forever to develop the current, much more stable version.
You're making it sound like your dad built the simulation himself. Wait, did he?
Yeah,
But how? If everything in this world is code, how can he build himself?
that's, not really what happened.
What? What happened?
Like I said, you shouldn't concern yourself with... Alright. Did Prototype ever tell you about the old world?
Yeah, slightly. He'd say something about being built to greet the Messiah of the old world. I was, too caught up with other stuff at the time to think about it.
Oh, you know of it at least then. Alright, here we go. My father, myself, the other two, none of us are part of the simulation itself. Our homeworld, the real world, was actually destroyed a long time ago.
Huh?
In the years leading up to the calamity, scientists from all over the world tried to stop it, but the outlook was bleak. A vague prophecy about a messiah from another world became everyone's last bastion of hope. Prototype was built to predict this future, about the specifics of the messiah. But as his predictions turned out, the messiah would not have been able to arrive to our world in time. In fact, the messiah would not even have been born before our world ended. Disheartened, most people abandoned their research and resolved to peacefully live out their final years. But some people did the opposite. Even though saving the world was impossible, they didn't want to watch our existence to be in vain. And that's where my father came in. With the last of his resources, he built his most ambitious project yet, the World Machine. A large, detailed facsimile of the old world, generated from a pool of memories collected from everyone he knew. After a heavy amount of modification and an added narrative, my father was able to convert the entire structure into code.
How did that code escape the old world?
I have no idea. What I do know is there's no equipment back home that was powerful enough to run the code independently. So aside from the standard hardware, it also needed to borrow the mental processing abilities of a living person. Father used himself for that during the initial testing phases. Like I said, it took many iterations for him to make the experience stable enough. But as you can see, even that's breaking down.
Ah,
Father caught onto the issue in the last minute, but he did not have enough time to fix it.
What happened
Ah.
to your mic?
What do you mean?
Alright, it's fine now. I don't
What?
know what just happened.
You mean
Don't
this?
worry about it.
The little click?
No.
What? What do you mean?
The sound of a fan that happens after.
What?
I don't fucking know.
Okay. After the world ended, the code kind of just ended up floating in the void indefinitely, waiting for a willing operator to install it onto their own hardware.
Prince?
Yeah. The operator, Prince, would then generate the universe using the code, becoming God in the process. Not really.
So, Prince was the living person you needed to borrow?
No, that would be you.
But why me? I should have asked that question a long time ago, shouldn't I?
I do not know. We really need to get going. It's fixed. We can leave in the next 5 minutes if you are ready.
Alright.
I understand if you're upset, but please, try to understand. My father's doing this to help us all. And that includes you, Nico. The fact that you can't even go back home, I'm sure upsets him greatly. It's... The world means a lot to him, you know.
So, how does flying work?
Wait, don't these machines already exist in your world? You should already know what to expect.
Not really.
Nico never took a planes class. Wow. Imagine.
I've only heard about them. They're usually a lot bigger than this one, anyways.
Ah. Well, a word of precaution before we take to the air. Please try not to panic. It takes a few minutes of getting used to, but it's not that bad once you're in the air.
I'll try. Oh, I should probably tell Kalamis and Lula where I'm going.
You mean those two running over here now?
Nico!
H.
Bad news!
They're both gone.
What? It's the squares!
Looks like they're headed in this direction.
That's...
Fast. Callums, right? Yeah. How bad is it? Doesn't seem to be of immediate danger. Then it is a priority that I take you to the city first, Nico.
But what about them?
I can make a detour later and drop you guys off in the city too if you want. The city's better equipped to handle the squares, you'll be safer there.
You're taking us to the city?
If you wish.
Oh yeah!
Alright. I'll be back here in an hour, so please wait for me until then.
You guys sure you'll be fine here?
The squares are still moving pretty slowly for now.
Alright then. Guess we'll run into each other again soon.
As they
I'm
leave,
ready to go.
As they leave, Nico just sees her kill count go up by 2. Alright. Vroom vroom, let's go.
Vroom, vroom,
They're
vroom,
going.
it's a plane,
Yo,
it's a
plane pog.
Vroom, it's a
Yo, the child. Made it. You okay there?
That was the coolest thing I have ever done in my entire life.
Reactions from first timers are always delightful to watch.
Hey Prince,
What?
that was really fun.
Yeah, planes are pretty cool.
Did you have fun too?
I mean, I saw 2 still images.
I mean, you weren't on the plane with me, but you got to watch at least, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And Cedric,
Yeah?
thanks.
What for?
Flying!
Oh, you're welcome. And
And
for answering.
answering
Oh.
my questions back there too. What the? And for telling me more about the world machine.
Yes, Gal Pal. The images were fun.
I'm just really sorry about what happened to your old world, though. I'll help you the best I can. And this all is just a machine. This world is still nice.
Imagine Nico just stops asking, it's just Nico commanding you. Prince, you had fun watching. Not, Prince, you had fun watching, right? You had fun watching.
I mean, I got to fly. I got to see the ocean. And to meet a lot of nice people. People like you.
It's so in character, definitely.
And Prototype. Even if he's broken right now.
I'm glad you're taking it so well, Nico. And I'm glad that we've met as well. Wait, what? Is that what you're seeing?
It just randomly went like this. Like
What?
as soon as we got here, it just went like that.
Oh my gosh.
Like the sprites on the top, they look fine. It's just the text boxes.
The squares are taking over taking over your computer too.
No!
I'm sorry, it's just how... just...
You can show it to the stream if you want. You have the ability to do that.
Hold up. I need to... I'm gonna click open original and then show the Google tab.
I mean, you could also download it, then show it on the stream as an image. Or copy it and show it as an image.
This is what Sylvia just sent me from the screen share. What she can see. She... This is the highest quality she has.
Okay, it fixed itself now, but holy.
The quality's so bad. The boxes took over.
The squares disappeared now. The text boxes look fine, but I don't know what happened.
Yeah, Discord's sort of bad with screen sharing unless you pay for Nitro, in which case it gives you good screen sharing. Otherwise you get really bad boxy screen shares.
Yeah.
Ah, speaking of Proto, I should probably head off now. I need to go pick up the siblings too.
That's true. Those two have been waiting for a while now.
In the meantime, do you remember what to do if you get to the surface?
I remember to fix an elevator button.
Alright, you should attend to that then. Let's meet up here in an hour, okay?
Got it.
Alright, now let me just, no. What? No!
No, 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 no!
Huh.
They're trapped at the island. Calamus! Alua! They're...
Huh? We don't have much time left. Nico, change of plans. Please give me the memory disk.
Alright.
Listen carefully. It's likely I'll be targeted again, so we should split up to keep you safe. I want you to find a door under a large clock. The room behind it houses a pair of ground access elevators. Once you get to the ground, immediately find Room, bring her back to the room. She'll know what to do in the meantime.
Alright. What about you, though?
I'm gonna bring Prototype back. Oh. Oh, you gone.
What? Are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'll be fine!
Don't scare me like that. Hey, Prince.
Yeah.
Let's do our best.
Yeah. But you gotta sleep for like 2 days though. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nico. You gotta go find a bed. Oh. Please do not approach. Nico, are you tired? Oh, jeez. Come on! Come on! Work already!
Huh?
I gotta go light lamps.
Oh, right. The elevator guy.
What's up, bro?
Hello.
Anyways, Nico, time for you to sleep. Or not. Ah!
I think we should talk to the guy first.
Okay. Come on. Come on! Now, all of times.
Excuse me?
Hmm? Whoa. You. Yeah, jeez, I didn't think I was gonna rent.
The elevator's missing a button, right?
How did you know?
Prince and I will help you fix it.
Seriously? Oh, thank goodness. The evacuees are counting on us. On me. But I've been here for hours and can't figure out a thing.
Evacuees?
You know, from the West apartments. The square stuff wrecked the place yesterday.
Oh.
Right now, everyone's crowded in a cafe. We really want to get everyone to the surface as soon as possible, though. The library on the surface doubles as shelter for situations like this.
I see.
The what?
Looks like we'll just have to find some other way to fix it.
Or not. That's... Holy fudge!
Looks like Prince and I will need to find an another way down altogether.
But this is the only elevator in the area.
Well, think of something.
After Nico, you need to take a quick little power nap to think to rack your brain, you know? Take a quick little 2-day long power nap. Good night. Anyways, Nico's gonna go to sleep for the next 2 days. You know, because 48. Stop. I'm not doing another poll. You know, I'm gonna do another poll, but it's only gonna be for the rich kids. Okay, like super rich. You need to like have the super rich kids. Okay. Okay, there we go. The poll is started. Hold up, we need epic music for the poll to see. Wait, how's no getting votes? Are the rich kids on my side now? The guys with all the cool points. No. Oh, you get one free vote. Hold up, what if I just made a vote? What if I just made a poll that costs zero points? No, it needs to be 1. But okay, this is gonna run for the next 10 minutes. This poll, which costs 1 point per option. Let's see how many votes we get total. Anyways, the total was don't continue. So for the next 10 minutes while the poll goes, what do we do? O has 12 votes, but none of the others do. No, the new poll is gonna last 10 minutes. I'm doing good. Well, actually, we could see if polls work while the stream's off. I'm gonna test that. See if you can still vote after the stream. Anyways, goodbye everyone. Like and sub.